Hello again, it's Bart here from Bodjabart. Well, we're back to this. I've got the motor here now, so we'll see how it looks when we set it up and see what we can do. It's in this box. The only thing is it's a kickstart, so yeah. So we have a carburetor. It comes separate. Loose bits on it. I think it's about a 110, maybe a 140, I don't know, just Jason gave it to me. Right. Oh, it has sort of a wiring loom. I didn't think it had a wiring loom. Sort of got one. So, somehow, this has got to sit in here. So it looks like we've got a mount at the top here and a mount there. The side cover's loose. I don't know where the bolts are. I don't think they're in the box. No, it goes in. I've got to put some side covers, bolts, or screws. Tuck that out there for now. Alright, so somehow this has got to sit in here like this. So we have an engine mount, we have a plate here. I thought it might have had some mounts on the bottom, but it doesn't look like it does. Take that off for now. Right. Sometimes they have mounting bolts at the bottom. They got an oil drain. No mounts. Oh, hold on, yes there is. There's four bolt holes here. 4 bolt holes on the bottom. So we'll have to figure out what size they are. And I think we will have to mount it a little bit higher. So we might, yeah. It looks like we're going to have to put some spacers underneath it to lift it up. Yeah, so we're going to put some spacers under here. I'd like to figure out a way of bolting this down. I wonder if I can, yeah, through there, but it's got mounts at the bottom. So that will fit in there somewhere, like so. I don't know where to start. I don't know what that is. The kickstart's normally on the right, isn't it? So you kick down. So I wonder if that's the start. I don't know much about these. There's another thing over here. Right, so that's going to go like that. So I'm happy with that height, so that goes there. So that fits in there, alright. We have a seat here. I'll have to take that off because it's mounted the wrong way around. So the seat will sit here. Alright, that looks alright. This is just a seat that broke at school. They come in handy for things, projects. Now also we'll have to put a bar on the back here to support the back of the seat, which is good. Okay, that lines up pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. I'll undo that so we can move that around. Ooh, doesn't want to come. Typical. Take the seat off, it's in the road. So we have to figure out mounting points for the seat, mounting points for the engine, getting it in the right place. And it's got to be able to move as well. There is a slot there, but that's in the wrong place. Rightio. So what we'll do is we'll have to figure out the holes, positioning for the motor to sit. Take this manifold off and turn it around. Ideally you need it mounted straight out, but I think it'll mount to the side. You can get an adapter that screws down on top that'll hold this out in the right place, but we'll just see how we go. Yep, perfect. Right, that'll sit there. The carburetor goes on there, which sits right there. So that, I don't think, that may not be in the road. Your leg will be there on the accelerator, so if this was around there it would probably be good. So we might have to make an adapter, but at the moment it'll sit like that. Okay, that's good. I don't know much about that carby. Okay, I think we're pretty close. See, normally I'd say that must be around the wrong way. Yeah, normally your thing, I'd say they've had it up like that to start it. Normally you'd have a thing through there and you'd jump on it to make it go, but maybe this is different. We'll have to figure out how this works. It always wants to go down there. What we can do is mount a bar across here under the seat, and then drop a couple of tabs down, and that will, I think we'll still be able to get the engine in and out. That looks like a breather for the engine. We still should be able to get the engine in and out of that by mounting it there, and we'll have it mounted down at the bottom. We won't use this back mount. I don't know. No, I don't think we'll use that. We'll see. We might be able to run some tabs up off the bottom of the plate, but we'll have it bolted down on the bottom and then bolted through here. I think will be this bit here. I don't know if you can see, but he's already got some sort of mount here, but we can do something better than that. Alright, so that is that. Just sort of put that there to show you what it would look like in there with the seat and everything on it. So this is what we got. So before we get to that, we've got to make some spaces up for the motor to sit on, and we've got to figure out some holes where they got to go. Right. Right, I'm not going to do the blocks, I've got to give you the lathe. See me on the lathe heaps of times, so we're just going to make little round blocks out of this aluminium for the packers for this. We can do that later. What else we got to do? Alright, we can work on this thing, fixing this up. So we have to make a thing to go around that. So what we'll do is we'll take that off. I'm not sure if this is a spare one here. Could be. We're going to undo that, because you remember this didn't work properly, not happy with it. So we're going to change this over. Take that out of there. I'll probably cut these nuts off here. Let's see if this comes out. Right. Right, we'll measure that. 25.25. That's the outside of that. Inside of this. Oh, I see. I need to beef this bit here up. I was a little bit worried about that. So what I thought I'd do is get a bit of tube down there and then flare it so it's got 3 points. I think that'll be the way to go. And we just weld it up. That might help that. And then we've got to find some way of making a block to go over that. I was just wondering if I've got anything over here. Have I got anything here? So we basically want to make something like that, so we can screw it and it'll go over top of that and tighten up. Something like that, so it's already got a cut through it. Something very similar to that. Okie doke, I'm back. So what we have is to fix this, to strengthen this here up. So we've got this here. So look, I'm just a bit worried about it tipping. So I've cut this piece of tube and I've marked it and then split it like that and then opened it up, flared it. It'll have to be a bit more yet though, just a wee bit more. And then I'll slide this over there and then open it out, so, and then we'll weld it onto there and weld it onto here, I think. See, that'll go over there like that. Push it down, flare it out, and we should be right. So at the moment, it's just a little bit tight in there. So we'll have to try and open it out a bit more. And smack it in there to fix, and then that'll strengthen that part up. And then also I found this nice big thick piece of steel, just an offcut floating around. That's why I don't chuck anything out. And I'll mark this out, and so that we can drill a hole in it, and then we can cut a shape out to fit over top of that and make a clamp up. So that's what we're going to do next. So I'll duck away and do that, and I'll come back when hopefully I've got this on and that fixed up. And we'll go from there. So I think this should work pretty good, I'm hoping. I also put the pedal, that's the accelerator pedal. I just wanted to have a look at that to see how that fits in there. And then that'll go down there. Then we have to put a plate across here for your feet and everything that the pedal's sitting under. So we may get time to also turn down those 4 feet over there yet. But at the moment I'll get onto this. Hey, we're back. We've got to make these little packers for this engine, so we'll figure out what size we need to make them. I have some aluminium here, so I have this round stock alley. It's pretty good to make good little packers, so that's what we're going to use for that. So first of all, we need to find out what size hole we've got to put in there. And so we have to roll this over. Might be a ruler. Oh wait, I had an 8, I think it might be 8mm. So I've got an 8mm bolt here, so we'll try an 8mm bolt in there and we'll see if it's 8mm. Yep, it is. So that's cool. It's 8mm. So that'll mean we'll have to drill it about 8.5. So here we are. I had to change the battery as well. We're back, so we'll get into this and see how we go. Okay, we are back. We've cut another one of these, a different one this time. I've made a new parting tool up and I've got it sticking out 30mm and it's set up to cut 20, I hope. Close enough to it. Right. Goggles. In there. Let's see. How did we do that time? Oh, I don't think it's done I don't think it hasn't cut it square. It's not too bad. I'll just true it up. It's not even 20 mil, I think it's too big. Ruler. No, it's just on. Rightio. That's one. So we've also gone and done this, haven't we? Okay, that piece of tube, I've drilled there and I've cut it evenly and made it like that. So all I have to do is weld around there and weld around there, and that'll strengthen that up, which is good. That's what we want. And then once we've got that collar piece done, that'll fix all of that, I would say. Good luck. So we're going to have to cut that other piece off as well. So that probably sit down to about there. Yep, that's right. Like that. Yep. Okay. Happy with that for the day. I think that'll do me. Yep, but here again, it's another day. I had to rethink about how I was going to do that collar for the steering. I was going to make it out of that, if you remember, just this piece here, but I've since found this and I've faced it up. I think in the last video you would have seen me facing it up. So now I'm just going to put it in the mill and come down and then drill a hole and tap it and then cut it through there. So we'll do that. This is for the collar for the steering to try and stop it from spinning. So we'll get onto that and hopefully it will work. So here we are at the mill. So we've got to get this ready for working. Trouble is, it's been a wee while since I've been on them. I forget how to use it. Alright. Yeah, we have to take this up. Right, so we have to move this and do the locks on this side so we can make it go up, hopefully. I think it's going up. Yeah, we're away. Oh. So this is what we've got. Show you here. Alright. So we've put this little wee groove in here, and then I'm going to drill down and tap it and then cut it. So I'll leave this set up so I can just plonk it in the drill press and then drill straight down through there. It should all keep straight with a bit of luck. And so I'll go away and do that, And what I'll do is I'll call it quits here now, and we'll get back to you next time. So hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll get back to you next time, and we'll catch you later. Thanks a lot.